is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Riggins, why are you already yelling at your dog? What did he do?
Well, my dog was crying by the door because I don't let him in my studio while I'm working. So I closed the door, but then eventually he comes and starts banging on the door and wants to be let in. So I just say, hurry! You either got to come in or go out. You pick one.
But I thought you said he knew how to use a doorknob.
He does.
You just make him let himself in.
Well, now he knows how to use the lever doorknobs, the ones that have like the arm on them. And he's made a couple of escapes, but I live in an older house now, and they don't have modern doorknobs.
How mad do you get when he tries to escape with all of the luxuries that you give him and the life that you've given him that is way better than what you could imagine a dog having? You give him chilled, filtered water even, and he tries to run away.
I've made that complaint to him many times. I said, where are you going? Why would you want to run away? Do you know how tough it would be for you out there? You're not equipped to deal with the real life and the real world. You wouldn't last a day.
You said he's even a snob about too many people, common folk, being at the park.
Yeah. He's snobby. He is kind of icy and aloof with me. He's just a snob.
And is that, characteristic for that breed of dog? No. I know you said it's a part of their character to be attached to their owner all the time.
Right. No, everything I've read is like they're super friendly and they love everyone and not him. But the vet told me it's all my fault because I said, I gave him the world and I don't know why he does this. And they said, well, that's your problem. And I went, oh, great. I screwed up again.
Yeah, you shouldn't have given him the world.
I get what they're saying now, though.
Yeah. You should have at least, said, no, I can't do this, as you were about ready to hit order on the peanut butter flavored bubbles.
I know.
Check out.
I made a lot of mistakes along the way, no doubt. And I'm still making them, by the way.
But I would like to try the peanut butter flavored bubbles.
It sounds fun, right?
Yeah. I mean, just blow it in my face and let me just chomp down on one. I'm not going to chase them around like a dog would, but I do want to. But then again, I don't want to just turn up the bottle and take a sip of it.
Yeah.
But there's no way you didn't taste a bubble when you got those things.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No. And you're picky about peanut butter. I don't know that this would be your type.
Yeah, I don't think I would love it, but I just, I couldn't, go with that curiosity not being, satisfied.
You got to taste it.
Yeah.
Well, you love chicken too, and they make chicken flavored dog toothpaste. You're not going to try that.
I might just put just a tiny bit just to try it on my tongue.
So gross.
But I can't help but think that even if it does taste like peanut butter, the bubbles would still taste like soap, right? Because that's what it is.
They would have to taste a little soapy. That's how you make bubbles. I would imagine it's not very good.
I'm going to put it on my cereal.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to try them, but maybe you can.
I am hungry. You got any more of those peanut butter flavored bubbles? Just a little, take the edge off.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey there, it's professional mom, fashionista, beauty expert, and so many more things when you bring me in as your business's next influencer. I'm good at this, and I want you to go to tjriggins.com and hit the advertise link and let me prove it.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
All right, I need to once again clear up a misconception, and I feel like I'm always having to defend myself on this. But I love dogs. I don't hate dogs. I love dogs. But there's no middle ground with today's society. You either worship dogs and treat them and better than humans and put them on the same level with humans, or you hate dogs. Those are the two categories. Well, I don't hate dogs, but I don't think they need to be treated the same as humans. Human life is more important than a dog's life, unless the human is a serial killer or has hurt children or somebody like that. If it's just a normal person, human life is more important than a dog life. Well, I say that because here's the story. A dog was abandoned in Georgia with a note about the dog that said that the dog is, quote unquote, stupid. Quote, he climbs fences, digs, runs from everyone. He pees and poops in the house. All these things. And then it says the good news is the dog is with a shelter now who says that he's, quote, sweet, end quote, and hopefully he can find a real human companion soon.
Okay.
All right. So here's the thing. Who's lying? Is the shelter saying this is a sweet dog because they're trying to get somebody to buy it and give it a home, or is it really stupid and digs and poops and all the stuff that the owner of the dog said? Like, I don't believe in just abandoning dogs. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying one of them's got to be not telling the truth.
Well, maybe it is both. Both of them might be telling. It probably is sweet, and it probably also was pooping and peeing in the house and digging holes. But as a responsible dog owner, you got to train the dog. Those are things that can be corrected with a little bit of training. Mm-hmm. So if there are bad dogs out there, there are just as many, if not more, bad dog owners. So they're probably both telling the truth.
Okay.
But stupid, I don't know.
If an owner of a dog has a mixed breed and you ask them what kind of dog it is, 9 times out of 10, if this is the breed, they'll say it's a pit bull mix. Okay. Mm-hmm. If you ask a dog shelter or an animal shelter what kind of dog it is, they'll say a terrier mix.
Well, that is true.
So I don't know what to believe.
Well, they know that there's a stigma around pit bulls, and they don't want to discourage anybody because pit bulls can be,
That's
good.
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I know there are good pit bulls. Nobody's ever seen one. But I'm kidding. But that's what I'm saying is that to soften the language because they're good intentions of finding the dog a good home. Could that be the same thing they're doing with this dog, where this dog is a troubled dog, but he is sweet. So he could do all those other things. He could be stupid. He could poop in the house. He could dig and climb fences and all that, but still be sweet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a sweet dog.
He's sweet.
Yeah, he's sweet. He's just going to destroy everything that you own. Either way, I hope the dog gets a home.
Yes.
Good one. Good one.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it.
This is TJ and Riggins. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins show.
Ooh. Yes. Well, you know when Lindsay's going to be here, Riggins?
No.
When she gets here. That's her philosophy on Mondays now. I'll be there when I get there.
I know. And she should really think about how she criticizes Gen Z about not wanting to work and doing all this stuff. It's like, you never come to work. I don't know. That's the stance you want to take, but yeah, she'll be here. She'll show up eventually. Well, today's a national holiday. Today is National Tamale Day.
Ooh.
Yeah. And actually I was thinking about you, TJ, because didn't you in Louisiana when you were growing up, wasn't there, or am I making this up? Wasn't there a woman that sold tamales out of her car?
Yeah. Miss Mary. And Miss Mary had a restaurant. She had at the time, the only Mexican restaurant in Winfield, Louisiana. And it was called Mary's Cafe. And then she also would do where she would send her I think it was her daughter. She had, I know one daughter because her one daughter was my friend of mine's mom. She was smoking hot.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And she would do it sometimes. And I think she had a sister that would do it, but they would just go park and in another part of town and sell tamales for, people on lunch breaks and stuff.
And
I'm pretty sure that's how it went.
Just posted up in a parking lot, threw open the trunk and opened the doors, and word of mouth was so good that she would have customers.
Yeah, they'd be in the same place every day.
They would.
It wasn't like a food truck that was going to different locations. No, they'd be pretty much set up in the same place.
Yeah, that was like the first food truck was just like, Miss Mary's daughter selling tamales in a parking lot.
And Miss Gertie May, who would sell plate lunches to the mill, she'd put them in her trunk and then deliver them to the mill.
Now, I think I know the answer to this. They never ran into any problem with like the local health inspector or you're laughing.
I don't even think they may have it now, but they didn't even have that. Like if you go to a restaurant in North Carolina or a fast food place and they have the sanitation grade posted.
Yeah.
They may do that now, but I'm pretty sure they didn't even have that when I was growing up. Because they would shut down every restaurant because they're so picky. I think they didn't do that because, Louisiana is just so corrupt in general, politically and all, that they say it wouldn't mean anything because they'd probably be taking bribes and things like that.
Yeah.
But I can give you an A on the sanitation grade, but I got a kid in college. You know what I'm saying?
Right. How about that? What does this do for you? Well, you've also made the argument that why would you need that? Word will get around if the food makes you sick or something like that. There's a reason that those people, even though they don't have the certification, still have a line, through the parking lot.
Right. Yeah.
And those are probably the best tamales available anywhere around. I mean, I guarantee you those things were great.
They were so good. As a matter of fact, they were the only tamales I had ever eaten that didn't come in a can. Hormel.
I remember those. They're wrapped in little wax paper in that sauce. I know exactly what you're talking about.
No thanks.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I love tamales.
Yeah. I wonder if Miss Mary's Cafe is still up and running in there.
I don't know. We can juggle it and see.
Yeah. I hope she's doing well because that's a hustler mentality right there.
But I think Miss Mary may have passed.
Probably.
So somebody else in the family may be running it if it's still open. Yeah. What up to Miss Mary?
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel at TJ Riggins TV and watch the show an extra funny each weekday. Sponsored by eFile.com, making filing individual federal and state returns easy. Go to our deals page for 20% off when you e-file with eFile.com.
What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Okay. Riggins, people talk, as the kids say, mad trash about me for being boring and not wanting to do anything, not having hobbies and all of that kind of stuff.
Terrible.
Just wanting to sit around watching TV. Well, I've gotten back into smoking cigars, and there's more to it than just smoking. I mean, you got to learn. There's so much stuff you can learn, and you compare prices, and you know about the legends of the. I mean, it's a lot of interesting stuff, and I'm interested in it. Well, I still get boring. You gonna go sit around that cigar store again? That kind of stuff.
It's a hobby.
I'm just a simple person. I don't need a bunch of people around me all the time, doing flips and hula hoops and all that kind of stuff to entertain me.
Yeah.
And I've always been that way. It's not because I'm old. I was that way when I was a little kid. I'd disappear in my room with headphones on, listening to comedy albums and music and stuff like that for hours and hours. So I feel this guy's pain because he says that when people ask him what he's interested in, what he does for fun, he gets made fun of. Listen.
A girl asked me what I like to do for fun, and I told her I like to go to the car wash because I have a car wash subscription and I like to keep my car clean, and it's just fun for me. But yeah, that sums up my dating life.
He likes to go to the car wash.
He's got a subscription, and that's what he likes to do. He said it's fun for me.
I like to keep my car clean. It's fun for me. And then people are hassling him about it all the time.
Listen,
that's not something you do for fun.
It's not something you do for fun. I mean, it's a hobby like anything else, like doing puzzles or anything else.
Cooking. People who don't like to cook don't understand when somebody just enjoys it. And even if, like, for example, what I always talk about, even though I'm cooking stuff that I can't eat on my diet, I like creating it. It's like, to me, it's akin to a guy going out in his garage and building some shelves or a cabinet that he's not going to use.
Yeah.
We don't need a cabinet, but I'm going to go build one. That's the way I look at it when I'm just, like, I'm going to go cook something.
Sure.
I'm going to create this meal.
Yeah. Same thing.
But if a guy goes and builds a cabinet, he's celebrated.
Absolutely. Oh, you did it with your hands. You built it with your hands. Oh,
look, he's a real man. Man.
Yeah.
He's in the kitchen wearing an apron and panties.
Panties?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that part. I mean, I just don't feel like I can really get into putting the love into a dish if I'm not wearing panties.
Love this gumbo.
Yeah, I slip on a pair of panties, man. I feel that silky material up against my skin. I just turned to Julia Child right there.
Making po' boys in panties. Love that. I love it.
Oh yeah, enjoy it. It's my craft.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Ooh, I almost didn't make it back from that last segment because I was drinking some water out of my Awala bottle here, and I caught some air with it, which I do all the time. And then I started choking, and I just, as we were coming back on the air, got a hold of myself.
Oh my God. I didn't know if you were going to make it. I mean, it was intense.
I know. And my kids make fun of me about that. They said, Dad is always choking on nothing.
On nothing.
I swallow a lot of air.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like breathing. That's what they call it. It's called breathing.
And I do it even when I'm not drinking anything.
You choke even when you're.
Yeah. Jody go, are you choking on your spit?
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Maybe you've got a narrow esophagus or something.
I know. I probably do. I have a petite esophagus, and it's probably adorable.
Oh my God.
I'm assuming it's adorable.
They're like, no, you just don't know how to breathe.
Yeah.
And then it's so disgusting because it's not like I'm coughing up some type of food or something that got stuck in my throat, because it's just air. And I have to cough, and then try to push the air out. So it sounds like I'm coughing and then burping and cough. That's what it sounds like. I know it's bad.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Between that and not knowing how to park.
Yeah.
Riggins was picking on me yesterday, Lindsay, because the way my car was parked when we went to see Alexis.
Yeah.
That used to work with us and her little baby.
Yeah.
But I didn't even see, this is how bad it was. I didn't even see that there were lines when I was parking because it was in gravel. They don't usually have white lines in gravel.
Who's got white lines in gravel? Where did y'all go?
The brewery kind of place.
No.
But yeah, I wasn't even close to being straight in between the lines. And I freely admit that I'm not a good parker.
I had always heard you say that you weren't good at parking, but I actually saw it, and you were not even close. I mean, you had, I think 2 wheels were in the spot, but the other 2 were about at least 3 feet outside the lines. I mean, it was crazy.
I think it was worse than that. I think that I had 3 wheels inside, and the front left tire was completely in the other spot. So it was sitting almost diagonal.
Oh my!
Inside in the spot.
It was so bad. I thought, oh my gosh, I've always heard that, but I've never seen it. But man, you were just not even remotely close.
But it was gravel. It was gravel. I mean, yeah. I'm giving you points for that.
What I thought was I was parking straight in between the 2 cars that were already there. And Brother Riggins, this was after I had pulled up and backed up rather than just pulling straight in. I had pulled up and backed up to get even straighter.
This was the second attempt.
Yeah, to go in there. Mm-hmm.
And the parking lot was wide open. I mean, you could have parked anywhere, and you still were so wonky in there.
No, when Jodi and I got there, there were 2 or 3 spots, and that was one of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I usually do better when I can go between 2 cars that are parked right.
Yeah,
because then I can just kind of follow their lead.
Yeah,
put it in there. Now, if it were parallel parking, I will dazzle you with parallel parking, but it's just that pulling straight in that gets me.
It's normally the opposite. So
I know. Something about my vision, it must be wonky.
It is wonky.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey, it's Riggins, and I'm excited to share that I'm doing a now trending just for Prime Plus subscribers every day, along with getting you a commercial-free version of the show to both watch and listen to. Go to the homepage of tjriggins.com and click Prime to sign up today.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show with TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D, Rob.
Sets the tone for my day.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
So, as I mentioned in the last segment, we got to see Alexis, that used to be on our show and work with us, and her baby yesterday, and her husband. We got to see him as well. But we mainly wanted to see that baby. He was born very, very premature, and he weighed I think they said 1.5 pounds when he was born, and now he's thriving. So cute. And Lindsay, he was a really good baby too. He didn't even cry the whole time we were out there. And it was hot, and we were passing him back and forth. You know, Jodi and I were just slinging him back and forth, and my turn, you know, kind of thing. And he never got upset or anything. He's just very sweet.
It's because he's been through the ringer. He knows what it looks like. He's like, this is the good life right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so his mama said, well, I'm going to go in and get a beer, and left the baby out there with Jodi and me. And I said, well, hey, I'll go in and get a beer for you. She goes, no. Yeah, enjoy him. I need a break.
Yes.
They probably haven't had a lot of breaks. It became clear through that time we spent with her that there have not been a lot of visitors or people stepping in to help them, you know, hold the baby. I think, you know, it's just takes time
because she wouldn't allow it. You know, she's so paranoid, you know, because he still has to be on oxygen at certain times of the day, and he has to sleep with monitors, you know, and she has two monitors that one hooks to one foot and one hooks to the other. And she, you know, in case the first one doesn't work, she's got a backup, and that's her own choice.
Yeah.
They didn't tell her to do that. She's just like, I got to have a backup. You know? Mm-hmm. But he liked me better than he did Jodi, obviously.
I do want to point out there is this unspoken sort of rivalry between TJ and Jodi about which one the baby likes more, and then they're arguing. Like it's kind of wild. I don't know where that comes from, but it's constant though. Like, oh, he's looking at me now. Oh, no, he likes me better. What is that?
Well, usually babies do take to me, and Jodi gets mad about it. So then I just aggravate her.
Yeah.
And then knowing how competitive she is, then I'll throw it out there, and then she becomes competitive. It's her deal about being competitive. I just go along with it.
Yeah. Well, she was holding the baby at one point, and she turned him to face you, and she goes, "Oh, are you looking at that grumpy old man over there? Are you just looking at that grumpy old man?"
Love that.
Yeah. Well, little friend Jenny's youngest nephew, she has 5 nephews. Just not. I don't even think there's a year's difference between the youngest one and the oldest one. That's how fast they came. I'm exaggerating, of course, but we'd seen pictures and videos and all that when it came time to go see him in Nebraska when we went to visit Jenny's family. I mean, he was all about me. And his mom even said, "Did he say take me?" Like we were about to leave and he wanted me to take him with us.
What?
He wanted to go with me. She said, "He's never done that before." And then, that set Jodi off. Yeah. And so, that kind of is where that comes from.
Okay.
Where I always say the babies like me better.
She's competitive.
Yeah, because they do. And it's not my thing. It's just that her competitive nature, not mine.
Yeah.
I mean, they're babies. Yeah. I mean, they do what they do. I think I just have a more soothing voice.
That's true.
But then again, so does a lion.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
Oh, gotta have these stories to start the week. Am I right? Am I right?
That's exactly right. The top trending topic, unfortunately, at the moment is an airplane incident with Air Canada. You might see LaGuardia is the top trending topic at the moment. A flight from, I believe it was Montreal to New York City, collided with a fire truck on the runway, and it has left the 2 pilots dead and multiple first responders that were in that fire truck injured. But the scene is crazy because the plane, the whole front of it is tilted up in the air. I mean, it's just wild. And I don't know how that happens, how you can't have enough clear communication to avoid an accident like this. A plane runs into a fire truck. You just don't hear that often.
Yeah. But I'm sure whatever it is, whatever it caused it, what I think probably caused it is they're trying to figure out a way to cover it up.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, why do you say?
I can't say why because I don't want to get everybody coming down on me. I don't feel like it this morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's incompetence.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to elaborate on that because I don't feel like dealing with angries today. But they're probably trying to cover it up or figure out a way to sugarcoat what really happened.
Yeah, I understand that. And it's especially sad that 2 people lost their lives. It's not just somebody, getting reprimanded or losing a job. 2 people are dead now because of whatever this problem was. So tremendously sad, but LaGuardia is the top trending topic. Another legal incident over the weekend, the body cam footage of Justin Timberlake's DUI arrest went public for some reason 2 years after he was arrested. How does that work? I mean, really?
I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know, but I watched it.
Once the case is clear or whatever, I don't know.
And they said his team was fighting to, against the release of it for obvious reasons, but the tape goes on. And Justin Timberlake he doesn't appear super drunk, but there are a couple it's not funny, interesting moments in the video. At one point, the officer says, "Oh, so you're just passing through?" And he goes, "Well, I'm on tour." And the police officer doesn't know who he is. And he goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I'm on a world tour. I'm Justin Timberlake." That's going to be a weird thing to have to explain to somebody.
Well, he kind of was hesitant about it. I don't think he knew really. And then during the testing, he's like, "These are hard tests."
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, they are. Dance on one foot.
Yeah.
So do you think that he was surprised that the guy didn't know who he was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as he right, I mean, everybody who doesn't know Justin, I think it is weird that you wouldn't know who that is. But it's got to be really awkward to have to explain who you are when you're that famous to somebody. Or
do you think the cop was just not wanting to be like, "Yeah, I know who you are," kind of thing?
Maybe.
I don't know. He was so young. He probably didn't know him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. Justin Timberlake's old.
Yeah.
So are his fans.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah, so that was 2 years ago that he got arrested, and just over the weekend, that footage was released. And then one other celebrity story from over the weekend: Chuck Norris passed away at 86 years old. People thought he would never die. He was, the great Chuck Norris jokes that were a big part of our childhoods and all that. So, R.I.P. Chuck Norris. Well, I've got an interesting story. Something has taken off in Europe, and they were inspired by the great Americans in this country. Adult summer camps. More on this coming up next.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
With all the crazy stuff going on in the world, you need to stay informed. But receiving important information about politics and our culture doesn't have to be boring. Listen to the TJ Ritchie Show, and I'll keep you knowledgeable about current events with my unique wit and adorable disposition. The TJ Ritchie Show is live weeknights from 7 to 9 on 107.9 WBT in Charlotte, or listen to the podcast anytime at tjritchie.com. Join the fight and the fun with the TJ Ritchie Show.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
All right.
Well, summer is right around the corner, and for kids, in a lot of places in the country, that means going to summer camp. I went to camp. Lindsay, were you an overnight sleepaway camp kid?
No.
Okay. I know TJ wasn't.
No, that was mainly Yankee kids that did that.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we had church camp, and that was about it.
Okay, church camp. Yeah. Did you go away and sleep at a place in a cabin or anything like that?
No, I never went.
Okay.
I did do church camp. Sure. I was thinking of other camps, but yeah.
Well, there's a lot of camps, and what we learned, we've actually talked about this earlier this year, that we talked about the explosion of adult summer camps in America, and they are everywhere in every state. Some of them are focused on musical theater. Some are focused on sort of generic summer camp where you go canoeing and doing archery and crafts and stuff like this, capture the flag. But it's become so successful in America, they're now replicating this in Europe. And there are now Italy, France, Patagonia. All these places are launching their own adult summer camps. And one of the spokespeople for one of these camps said, millennials and Gen Z are chasing nostalgia everywhere. So this is part of that. They want to relive their childhood as adults.
Yeah. I mean, that's all they ever want to do. But here's the thing. On the surface, I don't see much difference in this and people who go on, excursions where they have a guide that takes them camping and fishing and things like that. Or maybe even a dude ranch where you go and you work on the ranch and you stay there and you have campfires and all of that. That's usually done though with families.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just for adults, and that's the only problem is how they market it. For me, is that it's still marketed like your children, and it's extending your childhood, which is detrimental to our society. Yeah, but they're going to export that idea to Russia. Go ahead. All of the things that make America weaker, just start exporting all that to our enemies.
There you go. Yeah. It's pretty slick. It's a pretty smart trick.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most popular summer camps in the United States is called Inner Child Theater Camp, and you can follow them on Instagram. Trust me, that's a good follow if you want some entertainment for the day. Go follow that one. But this spokesperson said there's a lot of challenges in the world right now, and we're seeing a real yearning among people in their 20s and 30s to return to some of the simplicity of childhood. Now, these aren't people in relationships, right? Lindsay, can you imagine if Kyle was like, I'm going to take 3 weeks off and go to summer camp while you're here with the kids?
No.
Is that going to fly?
No. I mean, no.
And it wouldn't fly for him either if you said, I'm going to take 3 weeks off and go to summer camp.
It would fly better for me, but no.
I'm sure.
TJ and Riggins coming up. What is new radio? New radio is
streaming everywhere.
Listen to the show starting each weekday morning at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey. Go to tjriggins.com Are we still giving away beanies?
Yeah.
Yeah, you better get the beanie. It's about to be too hot for it. We got another cold snap coming, I think, in the next few days. That's what I hear. I live with a weather person, you know.
Or does she have a crush on a weather person? I don't know.
Both, but you know, she'll tell you however many days in advance what it's going to be. She'll just rattle them off. And then today is going to be sunny, high, you know, and then you know what the high is 2 Saturdays from now? What? 60. Oh.
Wow.
Okay. Don't put away those hoodies just yet.
Yeah.
Put the mothballs up. So anyway, go to tjriggins.com and you can also subscribe to our podcast and stuff like that. It's on YouTube under TJ Riggins TV, Spotify, all of it. Now, how is T-ball going, Lindsay? I was sitting minding my business the other day and my wife's looking at her phone and just laughing hysterically. I said, "What are you laughing at?" She said, "I'm laughing at Brooks playing T-ball."
It's something. Spinning in the field, not caring, doesn't know where the bases are. But the main thing we need to take away from this is I've learned my lesson. I will never volunteer my husband Kyle for anything ever again. He travels for work pretty much every week, every other week, whatever. Well, you've seen the airports, how crazy they're.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday, he was supposed to come back from Florida, work trip. His flight was like 8 a.m. Well, it kept getting delayed. Finally, at about 9:30 p.m., it was canceled. Well, the T-ball game was Saturday at 9 a.m. So he calls me. He's like, "Lynn, I got another flight. It's at like 10:50. I'm not sure if it's going to take off. Don't think I'm going to be home. Here's what I need you to do," and starts rattling off jargon like, what? He's like, "Well, you signed me up for this. You need to figure out," because it's fast pitch too, or slow pitch, whatever they call it. Coach pitch. Thank you. So fast pitch. So he said, "I need you to pitch this many balls, and then if they don't get it, you set it on the I'm like, what? So he basically was like, "You're in this now. You did this. You're in this."
There you go.
Never.
And what happened to the other? Isn't there a head coach and he was just supposed to be the assistant? Kyle was.
So originally, the head coach was going to be out for 3 games. Well, this past Saturday was the first game that he was going to be out. So I said, "Kyle can, take charge when you're gone or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
But I shouldn't have done that. And now, so he's traveling again this week. And he's like, "Listen, if the airports are still bad, because, it's a ruckus, you need to know what you're doing." And I'm like, "I don't know what I'm doing."
All right. So when you say it backfired on you, it didn't mean at all that you were coming to your senses that you shouldn't have stressed your husband out that way.
Of
It was
course.
because it's coming literally back on you where you're having to do something.
Exactly. Like when it affects me, now I'm regretting it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, good. I thought you were going off in a direction we didn't understand.
No.
But now we do.
TJ, Riggins, and Lindsay want to thank you for listening.
Let's go!
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel at TJ Riggins TV and watch the show and extra funny each weekday. Sponsored by efile.com, making filing individual federal and state returns easy. Go to our deals page for 20% off when you e-file with efile.com.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show. With TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show. Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Today's National Puppy Day. Oh. And speaking of adorable little creatures, there is a new to the New United States little cute animal. And it is about the size of the palm of your hand. It's adorable. The first one that was in America was in Georgia in 2013, and now there are many, many more of them. So we have them in Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, California, Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and most recently in Mississippi. These adorable little things.
What?
I know. They are from East Asia, and they are called the Joro spider or parachute spider because they can fly.
Okay, no. No.
And they are, like I said, the size of the palm of your hand.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
And venomous.
Oh, they can fly and they're venomous?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Okay, I'm out.
Yeah, the first ones got here on some sort of a cargo ship and it was first spotted in Georgia in 2013, and now they're all over. It says they reach their full size in late summer and fall when they start looking for mates. The female ensnares prey, including unlucky males, using large golden and yellow-hued orb webs. But the females grow up to 4 inches, while their male counterparts are about half the size. So all of the male Joro spiders are chubby chasers, obviously.
Clearly.
They like big girls.
Yeah.
Big girls, you are beautiful. Mm-hmm.
Whoa, man.
It's terrifying.
Yikes.
And they have adapted to the United States. This is a good part. They have adapted to the United States miraculously. They in urban areas and wherever else, they're thriving.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. And did I mention, Lindsay, that North Carolina is one of the states they are most populous?
Stop it.
Yep.
Are you making that up?
No, I'm not.
Well, I'm going to have nightmares now.
But of course, they do the same, same thing. There have been no documented fatalities nor any notable medically significant bites. Jose R. Ramirez Garofalo says he's an ecologist based on Staten Island. He said that taken together with their behavior, they are very reluctant to bite. And the evidence from the literature, they really pose no threat to humans or pets.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Well, it's like they have to say that.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
have to say it. Because that way we don't start coming up with a fumigation for them, which is what we need to be doing pronto.
Yeah.
We need to start spraying for them and killing them, fogging neighborhoods and everything else.
Get out of here.
Yeah, kill them all.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it.
This is TJ and Riggins. The most important stories in the world. This is Now Trending on the TJ and Riggins Show.
All right. Now trending on a Monday. Hey, I got to tell you, I got a case of the Mondays. I sure do. But hey, Mondays for me are great. So my case of the Mondays is different than your case of the Mondays.
He loves a Monday. He loves it. He loves it. Well, the reactions are still pouring in from the cancellation of the Bachelorette that was canceled by ABC late last week after a video of the star of that show, The Bachelorette, was involved in a domestic situation with her. Are they engaged? Or they were just boyfriend and girlfriend?
Baby daddy.
He was the baby daddy.
And I called this. I knew they were going to cancel it. I knew it.
Yeah, the
No one
videos.
thought they were because they like drama, but I knew it would get to that.
Maybe it was too much drama for ABC. I think that's kind of what happened. They were like, yeah, listen, this is a little bit of press. She's in the news for having this sort of tumultuous relationship. But when the video comes out and the public sees it, it was pretty ugly. But the star, she's saying that, women live in destructive relationships a lot, and she is going to reclaim her truth kind of thing. And I thought this is a weird spin on this video because in this video, it just looks like she's attacking him.
And you can tell she's trashy and she's just the lowest of the low because she won't shut up. Like, now's your time to just zip it. She's still going on social media. You can just tell she's young and she's going to regret all this one day.
I don't know. Does Farrah Abraham regret any of the stuff that she did when she was first starting out on MTV?
I don't know. But to lose such a big franchise, that's crazy.
And I heard the contestants are maybe going to sue ABC, The Bachelor.
They're going to sue for what?
Well, they, I guess, because they took off work and all this stuff to go be on this show that'll never happen. So I don't know if they're, I don't know if they get paid or not. But I know Jesse, what's his name, the host, gets paid. So they probably had to pay him either way.
Yeah.
Sure. Whether it aired or not, he got his money, Jesse Palmer.
Yeah. The contestants don't get paid on this show. I heard.
They don't get paid to be on The Bachelorette?
Mm-mm.
So they may be looking at suing for potential loss from, they were supposed to get exposure and all of this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's what a deal that is. Go on The Bachelorette on ABC, a network television show, and not get paid for it. That's some deal they're striking over there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, yeah, that story was all over the place, and that obviously happened late last week, but the discussion continues this week. LaGuardia is the top trending topic. A plane under the Air Canada airline collided with a fire truck on the runway in New York, and the pilots are dead. The pictures are everywhere of the plane's nose up in the air. So that is unfortunately the top trending topic at the moment. And then over the weekend, we found out that the legendary actor Chuck Norris has passed away at the age of 86. He was the guy that did the Bowflex, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. It was a different machine, but it wasn't the Bowflex. It was and it would slide back and forth. Yeah,
yes.
It would slide.
I can't think. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy.
I loved infomercials as a kid. That's how I knew him. I didn't watch Walker, Texas Ranger, but I knew him from I thought it was Bowflex.
No, it was, hang on, I'll tell you. But no, we're late for the break here.
No, that's fine.
Exercise machine.
Total Gym.
Yeah.
Total Gym. Okay.
Yeah. And Christy Brinkley did commercials with him.
Yeah, I used to watch him on Saturday mornings all the time at like 6 a.m. So that's how I knew Chuck Norris. R.I.P. to the man. Today is a special day, especially for Jodi. Coming up next.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
Join Lindsay Wednesday nights at 7 live on the TJ Riggins YouTube and Facebook pages for Lindsay Look, sponsored by healthlabs.com. Go to our deals page for Lindsay's Health Labs link. And how Lindsay keeps track of hormone levels with 3 different testing options.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Baby, let's go.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Hey. Ever since we talked about the parachuting spider, I'm all paranoid now. I think they're falling on me.
I know they said they're not very dangerous. They're venomous, but they're not very dangerous to people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're hesitant to bite you.
They're shy.
Does it matter? I'm going to have a heart attack if I see a spider that's the size of my palm. I'm going to die before it ever gets the chance to bite me. I'll be honest.
Literally.
It's black and yellow. I forgot about that part of it.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's fun. Well, yesterday, TJ and I got to see Alexis and her baby. His name is Benny, and along with Alexis's husband as well. And TJ's wife, Jodi, was there, and I was sitting next to Jodi, and Jodi had her purse on the table we were sitting at, and all I could help but notice was that there was a sweet aroma coming from Jodi's purse. And I thought, what candy is she stashing in her purse? Does she carry candy around with her in her purse, like bag like that?
Yeah, and she also has a Ziploc bag. Now, tell me this is not some Meemaw kind of stuff. She has a Ziploc bag that has loose Tylenol, gum, and peppermint, like the those soft mints, those, and maybe cough drops in there or something like lozenges.
She's prepared.
She makes sure every every Saturday to replenish whatever has been used out of there. Rather than having to take a Tylenol bottle, and then the gum because of the gum that we chew comes in a big plastic thing.
Uh-huh.
And she doesn't want to have to carry that around. So
does the Advil go in the same bag with the soft mints and the gum, or it does?
Yeah.
Oh, that is Meemaw style.
Be careful. Don't get a Tylenol.
This one's to freshen my breath. This one's to make the voices go away. This one is to. Well, today is National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day, and I thought of Jodi because, chocolate covered raisins, those are Raisinets, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Raisinets is just the brand. Yeah.
I love Raisinets. I don't think kids eat Raisinets anymore, but I remember loving those at the movie theater. Those are so good.
I do too. I could eat a tub full of them.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Well, there's a list out of the top candies that kids under 18 just don't want anything to do with. And I thought this was pretty relatable.
Yeah. And Jodi would not touch a chocolate covered raisin. She hates raisins so much.
Yeah. Why? Tell her, what's the reason?
Because they look like dog ticks.
They look like dog ticks, not just ticks, dog ticks.
Got a point.
These are the candies that kids under 18 don't want anything to do with. Necco wafers. Makes sense. They said they're not sweet enough and they're often described as chalky. Yeah, because they are. They suck.
I never liked those.
Wax bottles, aka Nick L Nips is what they call them. Those are the wax bottles with that juice flavor, that liquid inside.
Yeah.
Black licorice.
Oh.
Lindsay, don't you like black licorice?
Oh, I love it.
Bitto honey. Viewed as sticky and boring by young people. Candy corn / circus peanuts. I don't know why that gets a slash. Those are very different candies.
Yeah. Yeah. And candy corn is good.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah, you like that stuff. They say they're frequently listed as a bottom tier Halloween candy. And the most disliked candy for people under the age of 18 are Smarties and Sweet Tarts. They are
like every single one of these.
Yeah.
Do you?
I like Smarties.
Yeah, you get down on some, and Jodi loves them too.
Yeah, and she loves Sweet Tarts more. So.
Same.
More flavor.
I just love candy. Keep that chocolate. I don't need that.
All right, let's go.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
The perfect start to the day.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show.
Just the best.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So there is a survey that asked people who'd be the worst passenger to sit next to for an entire 3-hour flight. The worst passenger. There were 5 options. The crying baby, the person who is excessively coughing and sneezing, person with bad gas, drunk passenger, and the person who constantly invades your space. Which one of those would be the worst? I think it would be a toss-up for me between the excessive coughing and sneezing and then the bad gas.
Same.
Mine is definitely coughing and sneezing.
You would rather have somebody ripping?
Yeah. Yeah. Because anyway, we're always sick over here, so that's just why I say that.
Yeah, and I guess you could pull your shirt up over your nose to keep from having to smell the gas going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I probably would rather have a gas person than a sneezing, coughing, because I mean you're not going to catch a disease from somebody, breaking wind.
Can
right.
you not?
So I don't think you're going to get the flu.
Yeah.
From that.
Oh, I think I'd rather have the flu. I'd rather have a 3-day flu than having somebody just ripping next to me on a flight. Absolutely. I'll take the sickness. I mean, they're both bad, but I think I'd rather get sick from a cough. Yeah.
I don't know, but especially if you're going somewhere on vacation, I don't want to take a chance of getting sick beside somebody when I'm heading to vacation, and I'm going to be sick the whole time I'm there. Oh, I'd rather have to just stand outside and air out for an hour at the airport before my ride gets there.
Yeah. That's when those face masks come in handy. If someone's just ripping, you just put on like a COVID mask.
Yeah, and I bet they have those. I bet
Yeah.
that you can request those from the flight attendants.
Yeah.
I'm going old school. I'm just going to jam my fingers in my nose.
Dude, you're rotten.
That's bad.
Yeah. But yeah, it's still, I would have to take that over the coughing and sneezing.
Same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I might enjoy it.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
You can now watch TJ and Jodi's House live on Sundays on the TJ Riggins TV YouTube channel and on demand anytime. Sponsored by Flowers Fast. Get high-quality flowers delivered fast with same-day delivery included at the deals page at tjriggins.com.
New Radio Net presents the TJ and Riggins Show with TJ, Riggins, Lindsay, Tech D Rob.
Sets the tone for my day.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show.
All right, we have stumbled onto something very important that the world needs to be discussing today. And that is this survey about which would be the worst passenger to sit next to on a flight. And we've narrowed it down to, of the 5 choices we had, a person who is constantly sneezing and coughing, or a person with bad gas, and you're sitting next to them for 3 hours. Lindsay and I said that the person coughing and sneezing incessantly would be worse than the bad gas. Riggins said he would take, no. You said you would rather have the coughing and all, Riggins. Yeah, that's right. And then Lindsay and I said we would rather have bad gas guy. All right. So, Riggins, would you rather have coughing and sneezing, or somebody next to you that has that pit sweat smell really strong, that onion BO?
Ooh, I'm more grossed out by the farts, so I think I could probably deal with BO a little bit better than the coughing and the sneezing.
Okay. What about you, Lindsay? Would you rather sit next to bad gas person or nasty pit sweat person?
Ooh, I'd rather sit next to nasty pit sweat.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we're going between those two, yeah.
Not me. I'll take gas smell over that smell any day.
Really?
Yeah. That is one of the absolute worst scents in nature to me.
Say until the guy starts farting really bad, and then we don't know what he's eating. I mean,
I don't care. I don't care. That onion smell that sweaty pits put out. Ugh. I can't take that. I just can't take it. And you know that. You know how paranoid I am about it from, if somebody cooked something in the microwave at work and it had a little bit of an onion smell, I'd start seeing if it was me, because I didn't, I can't take that. I never, ever want to be that guy.
yeah. It's your biggest fear.
I use that Old Spice antiperspirant that's in the stick, and you should see how much of it I put on every day. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
and I go all the way down and up. I mean, I'm covering more than the pits. I am so paranoid about that.
Oh.
You couldn't wear like a natural deodorant, right? That's not going to work for you.
I couldn't wear deodorant. It has to be antiperspirant.
Yeah.
That's what I got to have.
This is the TJ and Riggins Show. Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
Yes. Look at us. Look at us.
Look at us. And these are the top trending topics at the moment. Chappell Roan is in the news. She's a singer, a pop singer, and she's in the news because there's a athlete that says Chappell Roan's security guard was rude to his daughter and posted about it on Instagram. But every story you hear about this young singer is not a good one. She seems very bratty. I don't know her, obviously, but everything you see about her is that she's not very nice. And this is just another example.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, isn't she the one that said, I'm not doing this, and I don't talk to fans or take pictures with fans. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, you're right. Everything that we hear about her, and her music's good. I mean, we play it.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a ninny head,
Yeah.
as the kids say.
She
She's
calls
yelling.
people out from the red carpet. Just, didn't you write a story about me? Shut up. Go.
It seems like it's a little too early in her career to be having these big like diva kind of moments. But yeah, she's yelling at people on the red carpet, the photographers, and there have been multiple stories like this of her just not being very friendly. Now they said this was her security guard, but it just seems like where there's smoke, there's fire with her, and I don't know, people are reacting to it, and maybe she's not so friendly. Who knows? Who knows?
She's not.
We know that. According to Lindsay, she's not nice.
She's not.
Over the weekend, BTS returned on Netflix with a comeback concert. They are on the Jimmy Fallon show this week. That is the world's biggest band, as they're being called. So BTS and Netflix were in the news over the weekend. The Costco CEO is also making comments about his $1.50 hot dog combo, saying the price of that will never change. Now, a $1.50 hot dog and a soda, right? That's what comes in the combo.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they lose money on the hot dog, but they're encouraging people to just get in there and spend more time in Costco to hopefully spend more money, right?
Yeah. There's no way they're making money off of a foot-long hot dog and a drink for $1.50.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think.
Is it an appropriate date spot to go to Costco with somebody you love? Like, is that fun or interesting to you? Because I see a lot of millennials talking about that.
No.
No.
No, I can barely go in there to grocery shop myself. Much less, hey, you want to go to Costco on a date?
But you also have to still be a member to go and get that $1.50 hot dog.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. You can't just walk in and get it. You got to show your membership card to get that far into the door.
They're making it back somewhere.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, today is a national holiday, and TJ's little friend Jenny is going to be able to celebrate in a big way. I'll tell you about it next.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.
With all the crazy stuff going on in the world, you need to stay informed. But receiving important information about politics and our culture doesn't have to be boring. Listen to the TJ Ritchie Show, and I'll keep you knowledgeable about current events with my unique wit and adorable disposition. The TJ Ritchie Show is live weeknights from 7 to 9 on 107.9 WBT in Charlotte, or listen to the podcast anytime at tjritchie.com. Join the fight and the fun with the TJ Ritchie Show.
Now, back to the TJ and Riggins Show.
Listen everywhere.
Thank you for being part of the new radio explosion.
All right. Thank you so much.
Today is National Puppy Day. National Puppy Day, the cutest day of the year, maybe. And TJ's little friend Jenny, I saw on Instagram, has a new puppy. What's the deal with the puppy?
She has two dogs. She always likes German Shepherds, and the one she had for a long, long time that she had rescued a long time ago died recently, and so this is a replacement for him.
A replacement. Okay, interesting.
That's my word, because I don't know, you overly sensitive dog people, and I don't know what to say to keep from offending you. If I said that her other dog was really old, then it's a senior dog. It's not an old dog. It's a senior dog. So she's got a junior dog now.
Junior.
She's got a junior dog. Well, it's nice to see you've embraced the rescue terminology. You say she rescued her dog. So
I like that.
Yeah,
that's good. But it's a German Shepherd, I believe. And it is, how old did you say it is?
I think it's 8 months, something like that. It's still a puppy.
Yeah.
And a long-haired German Shepherd.
Long-haired German Shepherd. Very cute. But you mentioned the other day that she's doing crate training with it. And my sympathies go out to anybody that's having to crate train their puppy. It's a big part of training a dog. When you get one, Lindsay, you crate trained your dogs, didn't you?
Yeah, we tried. It was touch and go. Yeah. Sometimes they were, sometimes they weren't.
They say, it gives the dog a sense of calmness, and that's their place. And you train them to love that area. They eat in there and they sleep in there and that kind of thing.
No, mine slept with me, so no. I guess we didn't get that far.
Well, we had a crate for our dog, Dutch. He was a big golden doodle, but the only time he was in the crate was when he was little and we were gone.
Yeah.
All the other, what's crate training? You just put them in there when you leave.
Right. Well, to get them to calm down, like they understand that that's where they're supposed to be sleeping in there so that they're not wrecking your house and that kind of thing.
In potty training, you keep them in there until they're ready to potty outside,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's already trained to go outside for using the restroom for peeing and stuff.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but you could have your hands full with a young German Shepherd just getting free reign of her house. So, but my deepest sympathies go out because I know it's not easy. You just want to let them run wherever they want to go.
Yeah, she needs to be in a crate.
Maybe.
More TJ and Riggins coming up.